Can you believe it's October already? I mean, like, seriously. Huh? 2018 was like a week ago. But now that things are getting all spooky or whatever, I wasn't sure what movie I should do, so I put up a poll, and overwhelmingly, people wanted me to check out My Babysitter's a Vampire. Now, this is one of those rare Disney Channel movies that's not actually a Disney Channel movie. Turns out it's just some like random Canadian film that Disney picked up like a year after it came out. But still, a lot of people voted for it, and it has Tony Topaz from Riverdale, so I mean, how could I possibly say no? Let's take a walk. The movie starts out with two of our main characters, Ethan and Benny, celebrating the night before their first day of high school by eating as much candy and ice cream as possible.
Look at all this. What you rob an ice cream truck or something?
Tomorrow, we officially join the high school brotherhood. We are men. We must mark the moment.
Let's make it the Sunday to end all Sundays.
Which sounds way better than my last day in middle school, where all I did was just like write Sailor Moon fanfic about which Sailor Scout I would be. But anyway, suddenly, Ethan's little sister hears a noise.
Got them. Yeah.
Hey, Ethan, do you hear that? Teenagers really are dumb.
Hey, wow, it's my job to say that, all right? Get your own YouTube channel. So, being the no-nonsense 8-year-old that she is, she goes outside to see what's going on. But all she finds is this kid who kind of looks like the love child between Buzz from Home Alone and Scut Farkus from A Christmas Story.
What are you doing?
What's it look like I'm doing?
Trespassing.
Why don't you make like an egg and beat it?
Okay, but like, you think you could say that with any less confidence? I mean, I don't know how far you're gonna get with the whole neighborhood bully thing if you can't even stand up to a third grader. What are you doing playing street hockey in my driveway? Why don't you just make like an egg and beat it?
Say what now?
But then suddenly this bully guy gets eaten by a vampire, I assume. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, right after this, Ethan's parents come home and see their daughter standing outside all by herself in the middle of the night. So now, of course, they don't trust Ethan to watch her anymore, and this brings us to the whole shtick of the movie.
A babysitter? For you? What? Sit down, man. This kind of info could totally ruin a guy's rep. And it's not for me, it's for Jane.
On the positive side, one of these primo high school babes could totally be at your house tonight.
You know, I swear, this kid's just getting more Canadian by the second. So that day is the fabled first day of high school. And naturally, Ethan's worried about making any kind of social mistake that could have him labeled a dork for the rest of his life. But I don't know what he's worried about, though. I mean, he's wearing a full-on jean jacket in the summer, so like, how much cooler could one guy possibly get?
I'm getting away from you guys, or I am doomed to be...
Dork! Thank you so much.
That is one babe-tastic tower of Babylon.
Yeah, maybe you could just like stop talking. Now this girl that Ethan spilled on is Sarah, and she's friends with this other girl, Erica. And turns out Erica's the girl who's supposed to babysit Ethan that night, which really makes you wonder what that conversation was like. Hey, so you and my son are about the same age, right? Tell you what, I'll give you $50 if you let me lock you in my house with him all night. So flashing forward to that night, Erica doesn't even show up for the babysitting job because she's hanging out with these cool emo kids. And you know they're cool because they don't care about anything except like hair and MySpace. Now, shockingly, turns out these kids are actually vampires, and Sarah over here actually used to date one of them, although things didn't really go the way Twilight told us they would.
Why fight it, Sarah? You're the one who said you liked vampires.
I never said I wanted to be one.
You shouldn't have done that.
What? I'm sorry. Can we please just run that one more time?
You shouldn't have done that.
Whoever suggested this movie to me gets a gold star. Anyway, so Sarah lands in front of Ethan's house, and since Erica flaked and Sarah wants to get away from her emo ex because, you know, he's probably always just like, this is what real music sounds like, she offers to babysit. Now, Ethan comes downstairs to see what's going on, and when he sees Sarah standing there in his house, he's all like, and runs back upstairs.
Okay, well, listen. My cell number is on the fridge, and Jane has to be in bed no later than 8:30.
You know, I remember being a kid and thinking that having a bedtime was just like the worst thing. But now that I'm 31, man, I tell you what, I wish someone would come in and force me to go to bed at 8:30 instead of just scrolling through Twitter at 3 in the morning, like... Anyway, so then Ethan's parents leave, and it's time for some wacky shenanigans. So after this, Ethan's friend Benny comes over, and Sarah's like, yeah, okay, this is getting kind of weird, and starts to leave. Now, while she's leaving, Ethan's hand accidentally touches her hand, and then something spooky happens. So Sarah leaves to go find Erica, and Ethan wants to find out what the vision thing was all about, so he and Benny follow after her. Now they walk around town for who knows how long, and eventually they do find her, although, I mean, it's not the best timing.
We should leave. We should leave right now.
But you know, vampire or not, I feel like in every high school there's always like one girl who's just like this. Anyway, so naturally, Ethan and Benny start to run away because when you see a girl eating a rat out of a trash can, okay, next thing you know, she's gonna start talking to you about essential oils or something, so you gotta get out while you can.
We are so dead. Speak for yourself. Skinny guy coming through. Warp 9. Help! My babysitter's a vampire!
Oh, he said the name of the movie in the movie? Okay, guys, strap yourselves in. Looks like we're cranking things up to 11 over here. So after running around in circles for a while, Sarah finds them and explains that she's not a full vampire yet and just turning into one because her ex-boyfriend bit her, which, I mean, hey, you do you, all right? Now, after this, Sarah takes them back to Ethan's house before she goes off to save her friend Erica from going to some emo kid party and having to listen to Papa Roach for like 4 hours. But then they get a call from their friend, who's also at the same party for who knows what reason.
Benny, what's up?
What's up?
What's up?
You guys are lame. That's what's up.
If I'm so lame, how am I chillaxing at the most slamming party in town?
And so, Sarah, Ethan, and Benny all head over together. Now, when they get there, Sarah finds Erica and tries to tell her that she should leave because, you know, the whole vampire thing or whatever. But Erica's just like, no, I'm at a party. That means I'm cool now. I never get invited to parties because I wear glasses. So while this is all going on, Ethan and Benny find their friend and they're about to go back to the car. But then Ethan sees Sarah with her ex-boyfriend.
Dude, we got him. Let's get out of here while we still can.
We can't go without Sarah. There she is.
Yeah, with McScary. You know, they look busy doing stuff that doesn't really concern us.
I want to know what they're up to.
What they're up to? Oh, I don't know, Ethan. Girl goes to a party, meets her on-again, off-again boyfriend, and they go off alone together. What could they be doing? Maybe he just needs help getting all the sunflower seeds in Hamtaro, Ham Heartbreak on the Game Boy Advance. Who could possibly know? Anyway, so Ethan and friends follow Sarah to see what's up. And wouldn't you know, they find all the vampires together talking about how they're gonna start eating everyone at the party. So that's good to know. We also get this little scene of Erica and one of them creepy dudes just coming out of a room looking like this. So, you know, who knows what they were doing in there. So then Ethan, Benny, and this Rick Moranis kid try to escape before it's too late.
It's locked.
Yeah, so because Ethan apparently doesn't know that front door is locked from the inside, now they're all stuck here with the vampires. Now, apparently the rule is that new vampires get to eat first. And guess who just so happens to be one of those now?
Erica, no!
Hey, girls, there's no need to fight over me.
Can I just watch that one more time, please? What is she doing? I can't breathe. So then they throw Hawaiian punch on the floor and use a lamp to electrocute the vampires and run away. Because now the front door opens, I guess? This is the greatest movie of all time. But anyway, so Ethan... I'm sorry, okay, try again. But anyway, so Ethan, Benny, and Sarah make it home, and for now, everything seems fine. Until they go to school the next day, and something's a little different now.
What's up?
We thought you were dead.
I woke up the morning after the party feeling awesome. No asthma, I don't need my glasses, and I barely have to sleep anymore.
You're a fledgling too?
Heck no. I'm rocking the full-on vampire action, dude. The big V. Can I get a what?
You know how right before you go to sleep and then your brain suddenly remembers that time you said or did that thing, you know, and then your whole body just kind of goes like, this whole movie just kind of feels like that. Anyway, so whatever this kid's name is tells them about some kind of like vampire prophecy that they're trying to fulfill, I guess. But neither he nor Sarah really knows much about it. But all the same, Ethan decides that they have to stop it from happening because there's like 35 minutes left of this movie, and I mean, what else are you gonna do, you know what I'm saying? So he and Sarah get together to try and figure out what those vampires are really up to.
Hey, I brought that book, the one you said you want to borrow.
Yeah,
Wow, isn't that nice?
thank you.
Yeah, the kids can't wait for you to babysit again.
Mom?
Okay. Well, I guess I'll leave you two alone.
Anyway, so just to summarize the whole thing here, 200 years ago, Sarah's ex-boyfriend guy was the leader of some vampire group that got burned at the stake. So now he wants to get revenge by stealing kids' souls and putting them in his magic box. Yeah, halfway through, all of a sudden this just becomes like a completely different movie. Now, fast forwarding just a little bit here, our main characters head over to the movie theater because they figure out that the vampires are planning to attack during the premiere of the new smash hit vampire teen romance, Dusk 3 Unbitten, which might just be the best vampire movie ever made, by the way.
Our love will sparkle for all time. I'm AB positive you will be mine.
Can't you wait just a few more days?
I waited 80 years for you.
I have an exam tomorrow.
Now, before the movie begins, all the vampires just kind of show up and start sucking out everybody's souls, which is really how you know this movie came out in 2010 or whatever. I mean, this would not work today because I don't know about you, but after these last couple years, like, my soul is long gone. Anyway, then Ethan, Benny, and Sarah jump in and start fighting the vampires with garlic butter popcorn and holy water Nerf darts. You know, at this point, doesn't even faze me. Now, in the middle of all this, the main vampire guy manages to escape, and so Ethan goes after him. And on the way, Ethan remembers the vision he had at the beginning of the movie.
Okay, the prophecy says, the dead take root, barren orchard bears the devil's fruit. Okay. The tree from my visions. I know that tree.
That's right, would you believe that that tree is actually in Ethan's own backyard? So, yeah, this movie could have been a lot shorter. So he goes back to his house, and when he gets there, he comes face to face with the ex-boyfriend.
This used to be an orchard. One of my favorite spots until your idiot ancestors burned my flock alive.
I'd say their only mistake was not finishing the job.
I still have enough Dusker souls here to resurrect a few dozen of the most powerful vampires that ever lived. And you'll have the honor of being their first midnight snack.
But right at that moment, Sarah flies in and knocks the box out of his hands. Ethan grabs it and opens it up to release all the teen girl souls or whatever, which also somehow turns the vampire guy into like dust, so problem solved, I guess. And that's basically the whole movie. There's also this part near the end where Benny's grandma tells them about how Benny can use magic and Ethan can see the future. And I mean, you know, I've seen a lot of movies over the last couple years I've been doing these videos, and I was not prepared for this one. I mean, it's like an entire movie written by AI chat robots. Like, nothing really makes any sense, but also just the way the characters talk, it just kind of feels like they're ad-libbing most of their lines. And so sometimes they'll just say some random nonsense and then move to the next scene. But of course, you know, if you really like My Babysitter's a Vampire, that's perfectly fine, okay? We all like what we like, nothing wrong with that. But like, I mean, just, this is one heck of a movie. You know, when making these videos, like, of course I try my best with every video, you know, I want to make every video as good as it can be. Otherwise, like, what are you even doing, right? But with this video, man, I tell you what, I've talked about this before in older videos, and I'm sure a lot of you already have heard this like a million times, but putting out these videos every week is, even like the shorter, like, TV show episode videos, like the 10, 11-minute ones, like, making those takes maybe 40, 50 hours a week. It's like a full-time job, which, of course, you know, YouTube's my job. But these movie videos, like Tall Girl, and especially this one, you guys do not want to know how long it takes to make these videos, okay? Like, oh man. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I'm not trying to like, you know, like, oh, please feel bad for me, man. You know, it's my choice. I enjoy doing it because it's like, I've been doing animation now for November 2017. So almost 2 years, exactly almost 2 years, coming up pretty quick. You go back and watch the first videos and they're really rough. I think they kind of have a little bit of charm to them just in how rough they are, but they're really rough. And then now looking at the videos I make, you know, like this one or Tall Girl or whatever, not everyone likes every video and that's fine. But for me, it's like, you know, seeing things come together and seeing how the animations work. But that doesn't change the fact that these videos take so long. So what I'm trying to say is I really hope you enjoy. I really hope you enjoy the video. You know, in teen dramas, when like everyone can send a text message to everyone in the entire school somehow, just do that with my video, you know? Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Now, originally I wanted to do the Zombies movie, the Disney one, but I guess it worked out fine because Zombies 2 comes out in February, so it's like, all right, I guess I'll do Zombies 1 in January, and then February, Zombies 2. It all kind of works out like I did with Descendants, you know? Anyway, once again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell so you don't miss any videos from me. Follow my dog Charlie on Instagram, Charlie Meets Pumpkin. My wife posts there almost every day, so you get a little Charlie in your life. Follow me on Twitter. Let me know what's your favorite part of the video, or just say hi, or tell me what movie or TV show you want me to do next. Of course, you know, Nancy Drew, Riverdale's all coming out, so you better believe I'll be on top of that. And above all else, everybody have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.